Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 776. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships. Currently I'm just focused on reaching the milestone of 200 subscribers to help me reach that 500 subscriber goal. So if you do decide to help me out with that, thank you very much. So I want to start off this reading with saying that I'm actually re-recording this reading because when I went to download it to edit it, I accidentally deleted it instead. And that was very, very frustrating, but I do believe that it happened for a reason, that I accidentally deleted the original video for a reason. And I believe that because while I was still feeling frustrated, my eyes kind of wandered right next to me, and I saw a deck of tarot cards on my bed. And it was interesting, and it felt significant because I had already, I laid out my cards and everything that I use for readings to choose from, and after I was done recording, I put them all back on my table. But the deck that I saw on my bed, which is the Prism of Visions Tarot here, that was the only one that I actually forgot to put back on the table. So for this one, we're going to use this deck instead of what I used in the original video. So, jumping into interpreting the number 776 again. 7 is about learning and wisdom and expanding your consciousness, and whatever you're learning, it's going to probably be specific to you, so I'm not even going to try to guess what it is. But at the very least, I do feel there are a lot of people who are learning from their healing, from their past, from their family dynamics, and stuff like that, but that doesn't have to resonate for you if it doesn't. The number 6 is about unconditional love, and it always, for me, is about unconditional love for yourself first, because to truly be able to love others unconditionally, you first have to know how to love yourself unconditionally. To have a balanced relationship with others, a fair relationship with others, you need to have a balanced and fair relationship with yourself, to know the standards that you set for others in terms of how they treat you. You first have to set the standards for yourself and how you treat yourself. So if you want those loving, balanced, healthy relationships in your life, work on having a loving, balanced, and healthy relationship with yourself. Someone here might need to learn how to be comfortable with being in their own company or being alone. And I don't know if this was in the reading that I accidentally deleted, but there could definitely be some unhealthy distractions here. And maybe chasing a relationship is one of them. And it's creating a lot of noise that is not helpful or good for you. Perhaps being in the still more could really be calming for someone. It could also almost be eye-opening for someone, wow, all this silence and these thoughts are so loud. My feelings are so strong. You might think that you might realize that you overthink and feel things more than you originally thought. I definitely encourage whoever's watching this to spend more time with themselves, learning to love yourself unconditionally. It's definitely going to teach you a lot. Not even just about the relationships in your life, because your self-worth, your self-confidence is a huge factor in like what you attract and where you end up going in life. You deserve to lead a life of self-love and self-confidence, not self-hate and self-doubt. Maybe there is an important big choice for someone, and it's important for you to choose self-love, not self-destruction. Adding up these numbers, 7 plus 7 is 14, and 14 plus 6, interesting, that is 20, and 2 plus 0 is the number 2. I thought that was interesting because in the reading after this one, 777, the number 2 came, it was significant. And I even said, like, you might want to, if the number 2 is significant for you, you might want to watch the previous reading. And it was specifically the number 222. So if you are seeing the number 222, this is definitely your confirmation. I feel that that is a sign for you to, get your priorities in check and make sure that they come from a place of balance and not extremes and chaos. What are your priorities? Is your focus where it truly needs to be right now, or even where you deserve for it to be right now? And if it is, confirmation, you should feel stronger in how you feel then. But if it's not, of course, it's time to change priorities, change paths, make different decisions. I still can't believe that. But yeah, this reading is I'm definitely re-recording it for a reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe we'll never know why, but I'm going to trust it. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading now with the deck that I showed you earlier, the Prisma Visions Tarot, to look deeper into this number 776 for you. We'll just see what else comes through. It is the Page of Swords. This is interesting because it's like, I feel like you're being called to have confidence, or at least to build your confidence in your ability to embrace the unknown, whether it's new experiences or an uncertain situation. I think you're being called to take the opportunity to learn how to be more carefree and also more trusting of the universe and your own abilities. I think there is some inner child work that needs to be done here, because this is a page. Not only is this, internal, inner world type of energy, it's also I say this? I want to say immature. The Page of Swords upright or reversed, the Page of Swords is a risk taker. They do talk a lot. Hold on. Been sneezing a lot lately too. When I sneeze in a reading, that's a sign of blessings. Which makes me want to say that in the unknown, good things can happen and bad things can happen. And I think you're being reminded that just because something is in the unknown, that doesn't mean it's automatically bad. I think you're being called to learn how to have more faith and more hope and more trust in yourself and the universe, so that way you can be more open and willing to take the risks that you need to take to lead a life that you actually deserve, that brings you peace and balance and harmony and abundance. You deserve to take the right risks.